Parallel Frequencies with Just Blane and Coco, the only podcast, Coco, where we dissect culture like we're doing surgery, but make it feel like a cookout. Like, I want people to feel like they're just hanging out with us, you know? We're the people that, you know, you got, if you say in your head, okay, I got to talk about this. That's
like, what did you watch last night on TV? Grab your cup of coffee, stand around the water cooler and be like, did you catch this last night? That's what we're doing, basically.
Last night was your birthday, though.
Yeah.
And you got to, we've got the freaks out there. They're clamoring to know.
I'm sure they are.
Yesterday's show, you said that you've got adult money and you're going to go to the toy store. Not the adult toy store. You got adult money and you're going to the regular toy store. I'm going to the kids'
toy store.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be clear about that.
Which
kind of toy store we're going to.
Yeah.
Either would be fun, but the point is to bring your inner child with you and say, okay, what do you want? And I will be honest, I did go to the toy store, and there's several really great local toy stores we have around here, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I really struggled this time. I was really having a hard time. I walked around. I was like, nah, nothing's really sticking out to me. I don't know. I'm not really feeling anything. Even, my husband was with me and he says, what about a puzzle or something? And I was like, my inner child does not want to do a puzzle.
Nah.
I'm not feeling it. But finally we just happened to stop by Smith's. We go to the local grocery store to just pick up some groceries and bread that we needed or whatever. And then I saw this.
What'd you get?
This is what I had to get. So for all of you who were just so on the edge of your seats wanting to know, what toy did Coco buy for herself? It's Baby Dumbo.
No.
Baby Dumbo.
What about Baby Dumbo? So you went to all the toy stores around us.
Yeah.
And you went to the grocery store, it's our local grocery store, and you got Baby Dumbo. What about Baby Dumbo spoke to you to say, this is, Coco, you got to take me home today?
I'm wearing my Aristocat sweater today. I'm really leaning into my inner child. I can't help but love Disney. Let's set aside any politics about why we should or shouldn't love Disney, but I've always loved Disney. Disney's my childhood. So yeah, Dumbo is one of those that even today, to this day, makes me cry. Every time I watch it. Baby Dumbo just wanting his mother and just gets me every time. So it just reminds me of my babies when my kids were babies and baby. Okay. I told my husband, when I have dementia or Alzheimer's, will you just put this in my arms and tell me it's a baby and I'll be so happy.
Oh my gosh. Morbid. Dark. There went your inner child. And they did so much for the inner child. You're talking about having dementia now.
We're all the things that we've ever been and ever will be. Okay? Time is just a construct. So I just think I'm prepared. That's not dark to me. That's just, I'm prepared for when I need it. I can hold little Baby Dumbo and make me so happy.
Now, I'm going to have to ask you to remove Dumbo because you've got 2 Disney IPs in the frame right now, and I think we've extended our limit before they hit us with a lawsuit. Okay. But, yeah, you have to just lower her.
Good thinking.
Speaking of Smiths, did you see the Pokemon card machine?
Yeah.
They put in. Those things are wild.
They know what they're doing.
Those things are wild, and it was sold out, and they're expensive, but it's one of them same ones that you've seen in the TikTok videos that they have in Japan. But we got one right here in our local backyard at our grocery store.
Yeah. I think my dad said that he saw a line out the door when it first came up, and I was like, oh, please don't anybody tell my 11-year-old that that's there. There goes all of his money.
I know. I was going to text you yesterday. I actually took a picture of it on my phone, and I had it ready to send to say, Coco, keep the kids away from the grocery store because they got a Pokemon card machine. My kids aren't into it yet, but as soon as they see that machine, they will be because it's fun. Yeah. That machine looks fun. Like, they made it look fun. And I don't think I've ever bought a pack of Pokemon cards. Maybe way back. I like baseball cards. You like tarot cards. We all have our specific types of cards, but Pokemon cards, they're not going anywhere.
Okay, but fun fact. I like to read cards. I like to read oracle cards. Sometimes I read whatever kind of cards. Intuitive card readings, right?
Yeah.
But my son, who's 11 turning 12 this year, who's loved Pokemon so much, he gives the best intuitive card readings with his pack of Pokemon cards that I've ever seen.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
No,
he was giving me a reading for my birthday. He was like, I'll read the Pokemon cards for you. And he's over there telling me like, you've been working too hard. So here's what you need. And he starts telling me things about my life that I'm just saying. It's a thing.
There's something to. I think the freaks out there want to know more about that. We're going to have to dig into that at some point. But I do think it's incredible what kind of lifespan Pokemon. This is the 30th year or something I saw too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's not going anywhere. You know what I am afraid of going somewhere? I am shook, Coco, because I got an email yesterday, and it alarmed me. And it's about Joe Bob. It was from Joe Bob's people, from his Patreon account. And he puts out teaser videos all the time for his stuff, for where he's going to be, for the Shudder AMC. Tomorrow night is going to be a show. But he put this video out, and I want you to just take a look and see what you think about it, because it's got me worried, okay?
Okay.
Family, if you've been watching The Last Drive-In for the past 8 years, then you already get what we do. But I'm telling you, you must watch the season finale this Friday. And I love you guys.
Now, Coco, that energy.
Ooh. It's ominous.
If I'm going to tell you right now that it better be low energy, because Shudder has told him that instead of doing a monthly show, he's got to go daily, like parallel frequencies. And I think maybe he's just exhausted. But I don't think that's what it is. I'm really, man, that's the first time I had butterflies watching something. And it feels like either Shudder has canceled him, which would be, I'm going to tell you right now, that'd be the most devastating thing that happened to Shudder, because they made him go monthly because people were leaving the subscription when his seasons weren't on. The Last Drive-In. When they had the off-season, people, they weren't subscribed. So if they let him go, I'm going to tell you right now, Shudder, you can go, you're going down in flames. But if this is his retirement, if he's going to announce retirement tomorrow, it's going to break my heart. But at the same time, I'm telling you right now, you see the cowboy hat, you feel the energy, and I'm ready to step into his shoes.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hands up. I will fill in that spot. Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm not here to quit, because I looked him up, and I know his story. John Bloom is his real name. And he created Joe Bob Briggs in the 80s. John Bloom was in his 30s when he did this. So
wow.
I'm not far past. Look, I'm dedicated to put in my 40 or 50 years, if that's what it takes to get to that level. But I hope to God it's not his retirement. If it is, thank you for thank you for everything. Like, seriously.
Yeah, and maybe he deserves it. Maybe it's like, we hate to see you go, but man, take care of yourself first, right?
Absolutely. And that's the thing. If it's on his terms, thank you for the ride, Joe Bob. But if it's on Shudder's, then I guarantee you, we'll see him somewhere else. I want to see him somewhere else. If it's on his own terms, you've done your service. Thank you. And we're giving you your flowers while you're here. We appreciate it. On that note, here's my homage to Joe Bob. It's Trailer Park Thursday. And this is kind of the same way he started out, was playing movie trailers, doing movie reviews of whatever. But Just Blaine's Trailer Park is for podcast discovery. You found some great ones on here that you still listen to.
I do. And I love podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Then let's go ahead. And here's the thing for this month, because we're doing Women's Month, right? And I said, you know what? If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And every Trailer Park Thursday this month is going to be just nothing but women-led podcasts that I've dug up, that I've found. Some of them you might know. They might be popular already. but I still think they deserve some shine. Let's go ahead and get to this first one right here.
Welcome to the Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast. There is so much noise on the interweb these days about what women should and shouldn't be doing when it comes to their fitness and health. Not only is it all too often tied to shame and fixing our bodies, it can also be incredibly detrimental to our health and wellness overall. The Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast sorts through the BS and offers advice and actionable tactile steps to support and build a better relationship to your amazing body through every stage of womanhood. It aims to break the cycle of keeping women in the dark about their extraordinary machines and revolutionize the way we move, eat, and live so that our daughters and our daughters' daughters look in the mirror and feel exactly what they are: fierce, beautiful, and capable of everything. The revolution starts here. Hello, hello, hello. What is happening, friends?
And I think that
my name is Kinsey, and welcome to the Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast. I am so excited.
Okay, so it looks like we're going into an actual show here now, but that sounds like a trailer blending into an intro episode. It's only got a couple more minutes left. Coco, what do you think? Should we play the rest of this? It's 6 more minutes, I think. We can listen to all this because I'm kind of hooked.
Oh, yeah. I've got things to say about women's health, and I'm so glad that she is out there giving.
Then let's give her due time
direction
and play the rest of this. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Excited to be starting this journey into revolutionizing the world of women's fitness and health with you that I almost can't handle it. But let me back up real quick before I get too excited, as I want to do, and start at the beginning. At the beginning of 2023, I took my fitness coaching business, Raider Fit, online after over a decade of coaching in the greater Los Angeles area. What started out as a coaching program for obstacle course racing quickly transformed into working with a myriad of women who were not so intent on OCR, but were drawn to my messaging of ditching the scale and a value system based on our weight and body size, and starting to work with our bodies to not only move better, but age better well into our years. The result was absolutely mind-blowing and beyond humbling. My clientele shifted from casual gym relationships with gym goers in Los Angeles to helping women deep dive and navigate their unique bodies and circumstances to not only get fit, but to have more energy and to feel better in their skin as we started flipping fitness norms on their head and working with their unique biology. These women and their life experiences ran the gamut. Some were full-time employees with stressful jobs and didn't know how to maximize their limited time and energy. They often came to me feeling like they had to cut calories and spend hours at the gym only to have burned out or have thrown in the towel before they even ever got started. They were new moms who felt utterly disconnected from their bodies, had no idea how to re-enter the fitness world, and on top of that, they were constantly shamed and bombarded by targeted ads telling them to lose that baby weight and get their pre-baby body back. They were women navigating perimenopause, oftentimes not even realizing that's what they were experiencing, in an echo chamber of doctors telling them to decrease their calories and good luck with that. They were postmenopausal women feeling embarrassed about their age and certain that they were too old to start strength training. The overarching theme here, my friends, is there is no easily available information or support for starting a fitness and health journey at any stage of womanhood that isn't smattered with pink and guaranteed to help you drop those pesky 10 pounds if only you work a little harder and eat a little less. There was nothing at first blush that taught them about the natural cycles of being a woman, of how to start slow and build a lasting foundation, or the importance of food as fuel and movement as medicine versus tools to fix. Just shame.
Coco, we're going to cut it right there because I can see there is a need for this podcast right here. I don't know if this one's even still active, but that doesn't mean there's not a catalog to go listen to. I like her voice, first of all. I like her voice.
Yeah,
she sounds real. She sounds a little bit nervous, and that's okay. Like I said before, when you're doing this is vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. This is even more vulnerable when you're a woman, and I'm guessing she said 40, and you are going through these things that she talks about. And I don't know that, personally for myself, but I think you could probably speak to that. Could you not?
Yeah. I mean, just listening to her talk, it gives a lot of hope, because women, especially at our age, need someone who knows what they're talking about and to kind of lead the discussion, to kind of give us somewhere to navigate the absolute minefield that women's health is. I mean, I was just having a conversation just the other night about healthcare for women and how crazy that is, that there's not enough research and there's just not enough out there to help women to navigate all the complex things that have to do with being a woman. I mean, from the moment a young girl, goes to the doctor at age 12, every complaint that she has starts to be treated kind of like, well, you're going through puberty and you're starting your period for the first time. All your complaints are kind of brushed off as, well, that's just women. We don't really know, because the medical, community didn't study it very much, and they admit it. I mean, there's plenty of professionals that'll say they're warned about it in school. The whiny woman syndrome is what they call it. So from the time you're 12 to the time you start having babies to when you go through perimenopause and then menopause, every complaint that you have when you go to the doctor is more often than not, treated like, well, that's just being a woman, I guess. Get used to it. We don't know. We don't really know, because it hasn't been researched. And meanwhile, she might actually be having a lot of very serious things that need to be looked at and studied. So in the fitness world, to have a podcast where you're navigating all of the social implications of being a woman, what does it mean to be the right shape? Or to eat the right or wrong calories, or navigate the cycles of your hormones, it is absolutely the most confusing, overwhelming thing. And most of us women are in some sort of state of trying to be a mother, trying to have a career, trying to run a household, trying to do everything else right. So we can't possibly earn a doctorate in fitness as well and know what it is we're supposed to be doing with our fitness journey. So for someone to just kind of guide the discussion, I think that's an absolutely amazing opportunity for a podcast.
I love it.
So glad someone's doing it.
Absolutely love it. Fit Over 40. The name of it, go look that one up. We'll have the show notes. We'll have the links and stuff in our show notes for that. I have seen some of the disparities that you're talking about with the doctors between men and women, and giving specific amounts of prescription drugs to one sex over the other. We're not going to say which one. It's not hard to figure out. I don't like it. On that note, let's get to this next podcast trailer before I launch into a tirade about some stuff. And we're not ready to do that just yet. So,
Okay.
Hello, Guilty Feminists. Are you ready for more of Media Storm? I have exciting news for you today, because the show is back for a brand new season. From the 4th of May, may the 4th be with you, there will be brand new investigations and interviews every Thursday, so make sure you're following and are subscribed. Here's just some of what to expect.
Drug like that.
Criminals,
refugees,
freedom fighters,
rape survivors,
the homeless.
Have you ever noticed that certain people are spoken about in the mainstream media all the time, but never spoken to?
That those caught in the eye of the media storm rarely get a say in how the story unfolds.
Media Storm is a multi-award-winning investigative podcast that starts with the people who are normally asked last.
We call out mainstream media mishaps and put minorities back at the center of their stories.
Groups like refugees, travelers, and trans people. And this series takes us into whole new worlds.
We'll be hearing from freedom fighters, former extremists, domestic abuse survivors, and even police officers.
I'm Helena Warrior.
I'm Matilda Mallinson.
And next on Media Storm.
We sell out our life for the freedom of the country.
You didn't see yourselves as terrorists?
I don't see myself terrorist because we're fighting for the just cause.
Prevalence of domestic abuse is very high. Perpetrators take advantage when someone does have limited status.
Then we decided to start the EDL, the biggest mistake of my life.
I watched him start marching and singing racial slurs. It just wasn't my son.
There was calculated evil in what they did, but yet the mass majority of people still don't take them seriously.
Conspiracy myths about the moon landing, about the death of Princess Diana.
Facebook has committed treason on the British people.
I've seen them enter the mainstream.
And then he wrote, "It's coming. Get ready. You have been warned. Stand your ground."
This person is going to imminently carry out a terrorist attack.
I didn't join to represent the black community. I didn't join to tick a box for the Home Office. I joined to be a police officer.
We are the highest prescribing country per capita for opioids.
A doctor was asking me how I manage my pain normally, and I said I smoke weed.
Which you buy from a street dealer.
Yeah, no medicinal cannabis on prescription from the NHS, unfortunately.
They want to destroy the nuance. They want us to think in us versus them, black and white.
Please don't judge them. You don't know what goes on.
Hear our stories. We are the ones who have lived this. We are the experts.
We can use people's knowledges and experiences to help others.
It's really simple. Just present both sides of the story.
I like that. We're going to get into some heavy stuff. I knew it. And this is the one that's talking to some people who, like they said, like she said, they don't normally get talked to. They get talked about. Mm-hmm. And it's those minorities. It's she said it, the rape survivors, the domestic abuse survivors, actual policemen. Yeah. I love that. Bring everybody in and let's talk to people and find out what's really going on. I have said this before and I will say it again and again and again. But I truly believe everybody should have to get out of their bubble, wherever they live, and go live in a major city. And you'll see real quick that you're just like everybody else. You're trying to get from day to day. And that's all it is. We're just trying to get to the next day.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
Well, I love the idea of just giving voice to the marginalized groups, that instead of having and I love the Guilty Feminist as a title, because it's kind of like, hey, instead of listening to just another white woman or white man living an average life, let's talk to the people who are not feeling safe in communities and what they have to say about it. Mm-hmm. Even letting us take the back seat and step aside and then go listen to the people who this has happened to, who have experienced this and who have lived this. And
it looks like the Guilty Feminist is maybe an umbrella type brand here, because this is called Media Storm Series 3 that we played. And the Guilty Feminist is, she's a comedian, Deborah Francis White, and she brings guests on and they do conversations and stuff. So that's what this big umbrella, and she's putting out shows that looks like now. I mean, I don't think she's got a trailer for that show, but let's go ahead and play the beginning and see what that is, because I'd love to hear what she's got going on here. So let's just play the latest episode here, the beginning.
Hello, Guilty Feminist. This is one of our special bonus episodes, and our guest is an award-winning investigative journalist at The Guardian who has spent years reporting on power, gender, and the internet. Her latest podcast series examines the language of autonomy, the realities of maternity care, and the ways online communities can shape women's most intimate decisions.
I love it. I love that.
Get in there. Yeah.
She's already hooked me. Like this looks like a big brand that they've got here, the Guilty Feminist, and I love that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So look that one up. Check it out. We enjoy that one a lot. Anytime you can give people the voice that don't normally get it, count me in. That's what I'm all about. Let's get to this last trailer right here and see how it sounds. I'm kind of excited just off the name alone. If you can see, is it Womanica? Womanica? Let's see this.
Did you know, in the 17th century, a sword-fighting opera singer burned down a nunnery and ran away with her secret lover? In 1810, a pirate queen negotiated with the Chinese government for her crew's freedom with all their loot. During World War II, a flirtatious gambling double agent helped keep D-Day a secret from the Germans. A few years ago, I'd never heard any of these stories. But the more we started reading and researching, the more women we found who'd been left out of our history books. Hello, I'm Jenny Kaplan, host of Womanica, the podcast. We're writing women back into history and building an audio archive. Every weekday, we'll bring you the story of one woman whose name you may not know, but definitely should. Each episode is just 5 minutes long. You can climb Mount Everest with the first woman to reach the peak while making breakfast. You can get on stage with a pioneer of the punk scene on your way to work. You can join up with the leader of an Egyptian feminist revolution while doing the dishes. We've got over 1,000 episodes to explore, and we're adding new ones daily. Check out Womanica on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen.
Womanica. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yes. Oh, there's so much history that's been covered up that we gave all this credit to men for. Not that they don't deserve the credit for what they did, but to bury the women who did just as good or better or innovated or did things. My mind came to Sybil Ludington, who was the female Paul Revere, who traveled further and called out the coming of the British to more, and did that at 16 years old. But how often have you heard Paul Revere in your studies and you've never heard Sybil Ludington, right?
Never heard the name. I don't think I've heard the name.
Now you have. Now we know. But thanks to this podcast, we're going to know so many more accreditations that needed to be highlighted by women.
Yeah. Womanica, I believe is how they pronounce it. Was that correct? Womanica?
I think so. Yeah. It sounds really like women power. It's like...
Let me go into this a little bit, too, because I love this idea of not letting history get rewritten. George Orwell, who controls the past, controls the future. Who controls the present, controls the past. Also, Zach De La Roche, known better as Rage Against the Machine, said that in Testify. And it's so fucking true. People are getting erased from history. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, when I worked at Apple Music, we did the I Miss Punk, and she said it in there. She said you can listen to a punk icon or whatever. When we did I Miss Punk, Apple wanted us to put together this documentary that was all of punk music. And we said, well, there's no way in hell we're doing it without putting the minorities in there and the women in there. And we did bonus episodes that were women only. We've got a woman-only punk playlist we put together. Me, George Strombolopoulos, Bob Mackens, Amy Westmoreland, Raquel Messina. I've said the names before. Tight team we had. We did an entire bonus episode where Bob went and researched. Bob Mackowicz, he would go to the damn libraries and get the books because guess what? That's where a lot of the knowledge is. He would get books. He would be in there studying and researching and getting this. And we put together the narrative as it should be, the way it was. And I'm just saying the way it was. It wasn't removing anything and trying to rewrite history. So that's what we did. That's my small service to making sure that I don't change history in any way that I could have. Very small.
Yeah.
Very small.
Yeah, because you can, just by omitting things, change the narrative and what will ultimately become, like you said, the past. So in someone looking back on it could say, oh, look at this. All these people that contributed to punk music. And if it was all men, that narrative is, well, then it's only men that have contributed to that part of history. Well, that might almost assuredly isn't true.
It's definitely not true. And you had people that Joan Jett, like she's a punk rocker. You know, Debbie Harry, Patti Smith. These are the names that got that thing going, and we made sure that we put them in there. But there were some other lesser known names that we went just as in deep with, and everybody deserves their shine. That's kind of how we see it. Don't take it away from people. If somebody does something great, don't take it away from them or give it to somebody else. It's simple. Yeah. It's simple. My blood pressure's gotten raised today. I hope it goes like this every week in March when we're doing the Women's Month. Trailer Park because I will find some of the. We'll find some even wilder ones as this month goes along.
Yeah.
Thank you for the ride right here. We'll put the notes for all these shows somewhere. You'll see the links. That's Parallel Frequencies, though, with Coco, Just Blane, and our freaks out there. We'll see you on the other side.